So the Padres are for sale, and while that might not be the most comforting fact from a fan's perspective, there are a couple of names that I find quite interesting, and one in particular that I think would be a slam dunk. So with the Padres being for sale, you start to go through the billionaires who could potentially make sense. Those like Steve Ballmer, Joe Tsai, Lacob, the owner of the Warriors. And another interesting name is Rams owner Stan Kroenke. Now, normally you wouldn't think much of him. He's got a team in LA, multiple teams in Colorado. Why would he want to be the Padres owner? But some new pieces of information have dropped that make this situation a little more interesting. So Stan Kroenke and his real estate or his construction company or whatever is set to take over the Midway Rising project. That's the redevelopment of the sports arena area in Point Loma. That still has a couple of legal hurdles to jump through, but it should be pretty cool when it's all said and done. You know, Stan, he's not no little fish. You know, anything that's attached to his name, he's gonna make look pretty sick. So he's already invested in San Diego, and then there was some new info that dropped last week on the Ben and Woods show. Check this out.
Thought this might be interesting. I have a close friend in the Rams organization, PR department. Called him this morning after the news dropped. The word is Kroenke is very interested in the Padres. Apparently, he has been inquiring since Peter passed.
So are we getting ahead of ourselves a little bit? Yes, probably. But it's exciting and at least interesting, the thought of having an owner with such deep pockets being at the helm. You know, he's already stretched pretty thin. Would he be able to be super involved in the team all the time like a Peter Seidler was? Probably not. He'd probably have to distribute, you know, his people to oversee a lot of the decisions that were going on here. But I don't know, if he's writing the checks and his checks are fat, that's fine with me. So we'll see what happens in the next couple weeks, but hopefully they get this figured out soon, because we got to start signing players. We got to start getting better for 2026. So we'll see.